Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look here at Bitcoin, see kind of what's going on. If you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, just love teaching people how to trade. Also, be sure to check out my trading community. I actually have a link in the description below that will help you redirect to our website essentially. And what that does is allows for you to become a member and you can join and essentially have access to my signals and more importantly, my trading academy that I just rolled out with it is live now. Albeit the website still needs to work, still needs to improve a little bit, no doubt. It's fresh, but feel free to check that out in your own time. Again, description below. So take a look here at Bitcoin. This is kind of what's going on. We've got a nice little break to the upside, of course. As we can see here, this is what is that? It's a bullish engulfing hammer. So granted, this hasn't closed yet, but it's a very, very good sign to tell us that the bulls are back in control and for us to have gone all the way down here to bounce off of 36.6 and to be right back up to almost 39 is a pretty big feat, right? So in just under 12 hours is essentially what we're seeing. Now we've got a few hours left in this candlestick, so by all means, don't jump right in. It does look like the price is testing that resistance right around 38,800, 38.7, right in that range, because it's gotten rejected 3 times or 2 times in the past. It'll test it again here soon. So 39,000 roughly is a pretty good area of contention, so to speak, right? So we can break 39,000 and close above that today. That'd be a good sign to see it push closer to 40,000. I still think we're going to have a significant resistance at 40,000, but we'll get there. Obviously, we'll bridge that gap when we get there, right? But for now, Bitcoin is in pretty good shape in that sense. This is a very good sign of a turnaround, at least in the shorter term time frame rather. So and another thing to note too, and this has happened consistently, we've seen a strong rejection anytime the price tries to come above this downward trend. So just bear in mind, the trend is your friend, right? Right now, even though this one-day candlestick looks nice, it hasn't officially broken because it hasn't closed yet. In fact, we probably want at least 2 or 3 more days of momentum above to ensure that we officially have broken that trend line, all right? So we're a little premature in celebrating, I would say, but the good news is a lot of altcoins are pumping and things are kind of looking a lot greener than usual for the moment. So we can celebrate that. Just note, once we get to 40,000, we might have, it might be a different story. We may get a strong rejection. We will see here soon. So that's kind of where we're at there. One last thing to note, we are trending closer to 50 on the RSI, of course, but obviously we held above this trend on the RSI and broke it effectively to consider a push to the upside. So all good stuff there in that sense. Not much to really understand specifically in the big picture because we've already looked at that previously, but I do think 40,000 will be an area where we need to be cautious and just be careful is all it is. Don't just put everything in now that you feel like we have one green day, right? It's not the case. Yes, it's a nice green day so far, but it's only been 12 to 16 hours worth of this continuation. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean we're totally out of the woods yet. All right, that being said, right here we can see this little resistance here close to about 38,700 as a close approximate. RSI almost kind of bounced off of 50, if you will. So good news is, yes, it came below, but we're still back above. And that's a great sign on the 4-hour chart that tells us we have nice momentum. Just note as we get closer to 70 on the RSI, that does tend to work as a potential resistance unless it's broken. But for the most part on the 4-hour chart, we want to stay under 70 and over 50. That's a sweet spot, and Bitcoin is kind of in that potential situation right now. We also have a MACD convergence occurring as we speak, which is a very good sign, typically a good sign to go long in most cases. Nothing really bearish at this point here from Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here at the simple moving average. I know we're back up over the 50. That's worked as a support level. Look how nice that 50-day SMA worked as a support level here, though. Look at that. Roughly 12 to 20 hours ago, just kept on holding strong for about 4 candlesticks in a row, could not break that support level. And once again, 37,000 is a new support. It has been a resistance previously, but obviously it confirmed itself as a support level. It did look like it was trying to test and break below, but it wouldn't happen. So it's a good sign there for Bitcoin, building more of a volume at that level. In fact, let's take a look here. We can see there is a strong amount of volume, probably the most amount, right around 36,600. So it's a good sign to have that kind of foundation, that base, just below a major key level support. So the likelihood of Bitcoin continuing to progress upwards is much higher than it is the other way around. We're also making higher highs and higher lows if you look at the 4-hour, right? Now, granted, it's a little premature once again. This is just one strong 4-hour candle. Doesn't necessarily mean we are in the clear yet, but it's definitely looking much better than not, right? I would say the odds are in our favor. The price should continue to progress closer to 40,000 before it comes back down to test 37,000 anytime soon. Looking at the Ichimoku cloud, obviously we've got a significant consideration for a long position. We had a long state of indecision here for some time, and now the price is broken free. So lagging span being above the price action, as well as the fact that we have the conversion line above the baseline, price above the cloud. These are all very, very good signs telling us we have, just, I would say, a comfortable scenario here to consider taking a position. Once again, do not put your entire portfolio into Bitcoin right now or even other altcoins. There's no guarantees that it'll continue to take off. Most things are still on razor's edge. We have a 3% correction from Bitcoin. Well, it's going to be 6 to 12% correction from any other altcoin. Just got to be mindful of the fact that there's in some cases at 4 to 5x right now. Okay, so we just got to be mindful of that and just be aware. This doesn't necessarily mean green light, go all in, but it does give us some confidence knowing that we should see another 24 hours of green. I would say bullish momentum at least until we hit 40,000. That once again to me will be something we need to see. But immediately, of course, we do need to break 39,000 or 38,700. That does, we've seen it tested a couple of times previously. Yes, this is only on the 1 hour. I try not to put a lot of weight into that, so to speak, because the smaller the time frame, the less likely or the less, certainty you have in patterns and resistances, right? You want to develop or establish and use major support and resistance levels on larger time frames. They're more effective. And in this case, on the 1 hour, it's kind of a stretch, but simply put, there was 2 hours where the price got rejected right around 38,700, and that's right where the price action's at right now. Okay. So it has had some trouble trying to break this plane. We could even say 38.5 is a round number, just because it's kind of right in the middle of the average. But generally speaking, we're kind of testing a resistance right now. And if we can break above that, I think we will see 40,000 in the near future. So just be mindful of kind of the overall momentum, but literally there's no adverse, anything I see here really that's negative. Let's take a quick look at TD sequential though. We're at a 7. Again, there's no guarantees it's going to reset when it hits a 9, but commonly when you hit a 9 on TD sequential on the 1 hour, there's somewhat of a consolidation and or retracement. So I wouldn't be surprised if the price continues to go sideways here for a little bit longer, a couple more hours, and then maybe considers legging up again. That would be more likely than not. There is still potential for the price to reject and come back down. Don't get me wrong, that is still there. But if that were to happen, as long as the price doesn't come any lower than 37,000, we'd still be considered bullish on the short term, and the price would likely continue to increase from there. Okay, because again, that's reaffirmed itself as a nice strong support at 37,000. So we're right in this channel right now. We're between 37,000 and 40,000. So if you want to consider day trading, of course, in this channel, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. The price coming back down could very well happen, but if it were to, it shouldn't go much lower than 37,000. So, a lot of channel traders like to identify channels. This is a little early, of course, but it does appear that it's going to start working itself between the channel of 37 and 40,000. That'd be my speculation in the next, couple of days, maybe even perhaps this trading week, pending no craziness in the news. Obviously, fundamental catalysts are things we can't control, but generally speaking, we're looking more, I would say better, much better than not for Bitcoin. Once again, this 1 day candlestick hasn't closed yet, but to get a bullish engulfing hammer up is a very, very good sign, right? So to me, that's ideal. That's definitely something that's important to understand, because that really just helps us understand that in this full trading day, it's come down and come right back up. That shows the bulls are in complete control. That's why the bullish engulfing candles are very important to identify, because it really tells us that we have that hold, if you will. If you look previously too, if you just look at this guy right here, this right here, of course, it's not a very good chart, but there you go, the good drawing rather. You can see this hammer up as well. This is a bullish engulfing hammer up. The price continued to progress upwards from there, right? Because it came all the way down and then gained momentum again. So this one came all the way down and it'll gain momentum once more. At least it should, right? That's kind of what everything's telling us. So I would say, definitely based on everything we've seen so far, there's much more potential for the price to continue to progress upwards than it would go down. Okay. Now, those of you in a short position, I'm sorry, that's unfortunate. Better luck next time. But again, no guarantees either, though. Keep this in mind. I'm not saying you have to close your shorts either, because we are testing this trend line, right? We still got about right around 5 hours left in this trading cycle. So in other words, in this 24-hour period, we still got a few hours left for this candlestick to turn around. Not saying it will, but once again, we're getting closer to an exhausted state on the 1 hour. We're hitting a shelf at 38,700. So that could very well reject the price and push it back down. That could happen. So I'd say depending on how the price action responds to 38,700 in the near future would help us understand a lot. Just bear in mind too, we've got another hour or two left in the trading day also, just a traditional stock market. And it's more common for the end of the day to be, take profits for most of the hedge funds or the larger industry leaders that are investing in currencies like this and controlling the price. They have a tendency of selling off near the day when the day's over. Because this last candlestick here on the 20th of January, we really thought it was going to break free and continue upwards. But it's a false positive, kind of a significant dead cat that fell flat after that. Now, there's a lot of different reasons, but simply put, that they were taking profit on a Friday afternoon before the weekend. That could happen again, right? Now, granted, today's a Monday, but end of the trading day, you always want to be kind of cautious between just say 1 and 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because the market usually closes right around that range. Obviously, depending on post-market hours, that's generally the concept, okay? I hope that makes sense how I'm explaining that. I'm so sorry if it doesn't. I try to be as clear as possible in that regard without making it confusing for you, but I'm just not sold on the fact that this is broken yet, right? Even though we have a lot of good bullish indications, we still have that shadow of a doubt that we could have a resistance at 38.7, and the price could effectively just continue to progress downwards from here because it'll continue this pattern. And these patterns tend to continue until they don't, right? But good news is last week of trading from Bitcoin, it's overall done fairly well. I mean, we're up about 4,000 from roughly 1 week ago. So that's a positive. We got to celebrate that, but I would just be cautious and careful on how, what happens with the price when we get much closer to 40,000. I think that'll be a point where we're going to see some resistance. But I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Between now and then, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks so much for your time. We'll cover Bitcoin again continuously throughout this entire process to keep you abreast on what's going on and all the craziness and the nonsense. I'll cover a lot more other altcoins here today as well. I hope you have a fantastic one. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you soon.